Hi there! Today I'm going to show you how to set up a webhook connection in SaleSqueze. You can use webhooks to connect SaleSqueze to a range of third-party tools, including CRMs like HubSpot or Pipedrive, email marketing tools like MailChimp or MailerLite, or even a simple Google Sheet. But first, what are webhooks? Webhooks are lightweight, event-driven communications that send data between applications. They're automated and triggered by specific events, which makes them an important building block in web app automation. So let's set up a webhook connection between SaleSqueze and a Google Sheet. Here's what you'll need: a Google Sheet, a Zapier account, and of course, your SaleSqueze. First, you want to prepare the spreadsheet and set up the columns you need. My sheet has 4 columns: first name, last name, company, and email address. Now let's move over to Zapier. Click on Create and select Zaps. Click on Trigger and then select Webhooks by Zapier. In the Event Setup wizard, choose Catch Hook to trigger your event, then click Continue. In the next step, you can type in a child key that lets you filter out data from the webhook payload that you don't need. For our example, we're going to type in document, CPQ, contact. You could also keep this blank and let Zapier catch the full payload for each event. Click Continue. Now, copy the webhook URL generated by Zapier to your clipboard, and let's switch back to SaleSqueze. In SaleSqueze, click on Settings, then open Apps. If you haven't already, go ahead and activate the Webhooks app. Then, open the Webhooks settings. Here, you'll be able to see a list of all your webhooks. Let's create our webhook. Give your webhook a descriptive name so you'll know what it does at first glance. Paste the URL from Zapier here, and then select your triggers. In this case, we want the webhook to trigger every time a quote is created. In your case, you might want to trigger on each created inquiry, depending on how your CPQ is set up. To save the webhook, click OK. Alright, now it's time to test the connection. We'll do this by performing the trigger action. So, we need to create a quote. Visit your showroom page as if you were a customer and submit a quote request or inquiry. Then, go back to Zapier and click Test. It usually happens instantly, but sometimes you need to give it a few seconds. And if the test doesn't return a record, go back and check whether you followed each of the previous steps correctly. Click on Continue with selected record. Here, choose from the list of available apps for the action. Google Sheets is a popular choice, so it's right here on top. Now, select an action event. In our case, we want to add a new entry to a list, so the appropriate action will be Create Spreadsheet Row. I've already connected my Google account, so it's pre-selected for me. If you're doing this for the first time, you'll need to connect your account and give Zapier permission to access your Google Drive. Now click Continue. Next, configure the destination details. Select your Drive, Spreadsheet, and Worksheet. Then, map each column in the worksheet to the event data. Click on the plus button and select Data. Since we use the child key, we only see a small portion of the payload, so we don't have to sift through it all. Alright, we're almost done. Click Continue, and then review the data that's going in. Click Test, and now we see the data output. Let's check our spreadsheet. And there we go. Our data from the SaleSqueze quote has been sent to our sheet. We're done with testing, and so one last step remains. Switch back to Zapier again and click Publish.